Thank you, folks. Good evening. My name is Pat Kelleher, in case you haven't seen me before. I think most of you are probably nearly sick of me at this stage, but I'm doing a double tribute tonight to Luke Kelly, one of our own Irish folkies, probably one of the best, if not the best, folk singers we claim, and I think we're right in Ireland and further afield. Many great fans of Luke, and he's 37 years gone. Today is his anniversary, 37th anniversary, and that's a great testimony to his songs and his music in his very short life. And also paying tribute to one of Luke's mentors, Peat Seeger, and the 27th of January was the 7th anniversary of his passing. And Luke only lived to be 43, Pete lived to be 94. And I was lucky to get to meet both of them in my lifetime, so I feel very privileged. Here's one that was written by Phil Coulter, or co-written by him, called Molly Maguires, all about a wild bunch of guys. You can look them up yourself, I won't tell you what they were up to. But they did a lot of good and a lot of maybe not so good at times. Make way for the Molly Maguires. They're drinkers, they're liars, but they're men. Make way for the Molly Maguires. You'll never see the likes of them again. Down the mines, no sunlight shines. Those pits are black as hell. In mud and slime, they do their time as Paddy's prison cell. Though they cursed the day they travelled far and drowned their tears in the jar. So make way for the Molly Maguires. They're drinkers, they're liars, but they're men. Of them again. Backs will break and muscles ache, and there's no time to dream. The fields and farms, a woman's arms, just dig that bloody sea. How they drain their bodies underground, who dare to push them around. Of them again. So make way for the Molly Maguires. They're drinkers, they're liars, but they're men. Make way for the Molly Maguires. You'll never see the likes of them again. One more time. So make way for the Molly Maguires. They're drinkers, they're liars, but they're men. Of them again. For all you long neck banjo connoisseurs, Luke used to play this for most of his lifetime, one of these banjos, the Merlin. You can see it's nearly all metal, and I have to show my banjo peers, folks. Sorry about the rest of you there, but an ebony fretboard, an ebony peg head overlay, and that's it. I find up here it'd be very narrow for me, so I prefer my Deering Vega from a playing point of view, but I've got this set up as best as I ever had, and you can see it's chrome plated aluminium. It's like a space age banjo made back in the 1960s, and Tommy Macon gave Luke his first Merlin free of charge. I think Tommy probably got it for free as well, from the Merlin company, because Clancy Brothers and Tommy Macon were very big in America at the time. And so I'll be playing a few different instruments tonight, folks, so forgive the changing and so forth, but some of the diehards out there are expecting a bit of this kind of stuff. Now, Pete Seeger played the 12-string guitar mostly, almost all the time, and he had inherited his style, a lot of his style, and he's tuned down 12-string with very thick strings from Leadbelly, Hughley Ledbetter, and so this is tuned down half a tone like most of my guitars, but nothing done as low as Pete's, but it still has got a nice 12-string ring to it. And we're going to be mixing songs from Luke's repertoire and from Pete's repertoire. You can see I've got a bit of a grotto around me here this evening, just paying tribute to both great inspirations and great folk singers and songwriters for Pete as well, of course. All together. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the flowers gone? Young girls pick them, every one. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? And where have all the young girls gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young girls gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young girls gone? Gone to young men, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the young men gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young men gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young men gone? They're all in uniform. When will they ever learn? When will they long time passing. Where have all the soldiers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the soldiers gone? They're gone to graveyards, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they long time passing. Where have all the graveyards gone? Long time ago. Where have all the graveyards gone? They're covered in flowers, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they start one? And where have all the flowers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the flowers gone? Young girls pick them, everyone. great Pete Seeger folks, and some musicians I find get very hung up on the versions of songs and the way Pete played it, the way Luke played it. I'm going to play it the way Pat Kelleher plays it, and you hear Luke's versions, several versions of his songs, and they all sound different anyway, and a lot of people get too technical about the whole thing, and I've heard several versions of Where Have All the Flowers Gone sang by Pete. None of them are the same. So that's what folk music is all about. It changes, it evolves, different people sound different and all that. So I hope you enjoy that one. It was an internal anti-war song. It just keeps going round and round. The pointless need for war, and how we know that so well, but the humankind seems to have an inbuilt gene that doesn't help the situation. And okay, we'll do another one on the Merlin banjo, and dedicate this one to Mike Horn down there in Melbourne, Australia. Originally from Mount Collins, County Limerick. Mike, this is for you. I'm not sure whether you're up early or up late, or up at all. And come tell me, Sean O'Farrell, tell me why you so hush a buckle, hush and listen, and his cheeks were all aglow. I bear orders from the captain, get you ready quick and soon, for the pikes must be together at the rising of the moon, at the rising of the moon, at the rising of the moon. The pikes must be together at the rising of the moon. And come tell me, Sean O'Farrell, where the gathering is to be. By the low spot by the river, right well known to you and me. One word more for signal token, whistle out the marching tune, with your pike upon your shoulder at the rising of the moon, at the rising of the moon, at the rising of the moon, with your pike upon your shoulder at the rising of the moon. Out of many the mud wall cabin, eyes were watching through the night. Many a manly heart was beating by the blessed morning light. Murmurs rang along the valley like the banshee's lonely croon. 1,000 pikes were flashing by the rising of the moon, by the rising of the moon, by the rising of the moon. 1,000 pikes were flashing by the rising of the moon. All along that singing river, that dark mass of men were seen. High above their shining weapons hung their own beloved green. Debt to every foe and traitor, whistle out the marching tune. And to Rami boys for freedom, 'tis the rising of the moon, 'tis the rising of the moon, 'tis the rising of the moon. Rami boys for freedom, 'tis the rising of the moon. Well, we fought for dear old Ireland, and full bitter was our fate. Oh, what glorious pride and sorrow fills the name of '98. Yet thank God when hearts are beating now in manhood's lonely noon, we follow in their footsteps at the rising of the moon, at the rising of the moon, at the rising of the moon. We'll follow in their footsteps at the rising of the moon, at the rising of the moon, at the rising of the moon. We'll follow in their footsteps at the rising of the moon. I know Alan Jones likes that song as well, so hello Alan, hope you're tuned in and enjoying. And okay, we had a few late entries with the requests, and we'll do our best to cover as many as we can, folks. Next one is for Jim Cronin, Schooldays Over, and this one was written by Ewan McCall. And the last song there was written about the 1798 rebellion, and in Ireland there's many rebellions, and And Risings, of course, you can look them all up, but they're too numerous to mention. And it intrigued me when I found a version of that many years ago, The Rising of the Moon by Peter, Paul and Mary. So all these great Irish songs get around and get sung by non-Irish as well, and that's great to keep the songs alive and so forth. And so Schooldays Over is written by Ewan McCall, and mining in Wales, of course, was very common. If you didn't inherit a butcher shop or a pub or a farm or a fishing boat in Wales, you were almost automatically expected to go and work in the coal mines before they closed down under the Iron Lady, who shall remain nameless. And this one especially for the Inuit. School days over, come on then John, time to be getting your pit boots on with your sark and moleskin trousers, it's time you were on your way, time you were learning the pitman's job and earning the pitman's pay. Come on then Jim, it's time to go, the time you were working down below, time to be handling the pick and shovel, you start at the pits today, time you were learning the collier's job and earning the collier's pay. School days over, come on then John, time to be getting your pit boots on with your sark and moleskin trousers, it's time you were on your way, time you were learning the pitman's job and earning the pitman's pay. Come on then die, it's almost night, time you were off to the Yantra side, the morning mist is on the valley, it's time you were on your way, time you were learning the miner's job and earning the miner's pay. School days over, come on then John, time to be getting your pit boots on with your sark and moleskin trousers, it's time you were on your way, time you were learning the pitman's job and earning the pitman's pay. School days over. Thank you, folks. School days over. I put on my summary shirt tonight, folks, to kind of give you a hopeful future in 2021. Spring is only around the corner. We'll say farewell to January, a long month.
For sure.
It always is, and wasn't too bad for me. Not sure about you, Kathleen. What did you think? Did you drag for you? Or?
Oh, it's been like 2 months.
I'm lucky I'm working during the day, so.
It's been a long one.
It's been a long one. As I say, I'm paying tribute to two folk heroes, and that's in the next song out to our friends in Germany. And there's a lot of history about this song, and if Dieter or Mikkel or Sabine can throw more light on the situation, please do so, because sometimes when you research songs, you end up more confused at the end of. But this particular song, it was reputedly written before the Second World War, but it was sang by some of the captured in the concentration camps, and it was a protest song. And those who were listening to the captives singing the song didn't realise it was a protest song, and so they left them sing it away. And nice thing about this song is that it was a song that was sang by both Pete Seeger and Luke Kelly, and Luke maintains he learned it from the singing of Pete Seeger. That's what folk music is all about. It's all about evolution of songs and keeping them alive. That's what I'm trying to do in my lifetime, and write a few new ones if at all possible. But so there's a couple of songs that Luke learned from the singing of Pete, but this is one of them. So I thought I'd do a song that they both cover. It's called the Peat Bog Soldiers, and I love this song myself, so hope you like it too. Far and wide as the eye can wander, peat and bog are everywhere. Now the bird sings out to cheer us, folks are standing gaunt and bare. We are the Peat Bog Soldiers, marching with our space to the moon. Up and down the guards are pacing, no one can get through. Flight would mean a sure death, facing guns and barbed wire reach our view. We are the Peat Bog Soldiers, marching with our space to the moon. But for us there is no complaining. Winter will in time be past. One day we will cry rejoicing, homeland dear, you're mine at last. Then will the Peat Bog Soldiers march no more with their spades to the moon. Then will the Peat Bog Soldiers march no more with their spades to the moon. Thank you, Pete. Thank you, Luke, for all those great inspiring songs. And next song I'm going to sing for a special person in my life. Her name happens to be Kathleen. She's behind the camera, and it's hard to get her to do a cameo appearance without being forceful, so I know better not to be forceful with Kathleen.
There's no room tonight anyway for me, so
See, she's got an excuse every night, folks. You hear that now? So don't blame me if she doesn't appear. But the next song she asked me, because she's been with me for too long, she reckons, at this stage.
I didn't say that.
But she remembers a lot of the songs I sang when I was only a youngster, with a long red beard, and I'm going to leave this one grow, and I'm going to do a before and after. 35 years 35 years ago, and now we're still here to tell the tale. And I just got the wrong instrument, Kathleen, in the midst of all my gibberish, as they say. But this one's written by Ian Campbell and brought to us by Luke Kelly, and it's I suppose it's about it's an anti-nuclear song. It's the simplest way to put it, and you'll hear a mushroom cloud of death and stuff like that. And it's called "The Sun Is Burning in the Sky," written by Ian Campbell and from UK. Alan Jones, you might let me know, was Ian Scottish or English? I think there was a treaty signed recently, Kathleen, for nuclear, trying to banish nuclear weapons forever. So hopefully that's going to happen.
Hopefully.
We'll keep hoping and praying. What did you like about the song, Kathleen?
I like it. I just like it. It's
like lyrics, yeah?
Yes.
The sun is burning in the sky. Strands of cloud go slowly drifting by. In the park, the dreamy bees are droning in the flowers among the trees. And the sun is in the sky. Now the sun is in the west. Little kids lay down to take their rest, and the couples in the park are holding hands and waiting for the dark. And the sun is in the west. Now the sun is sinking low. Children playing know it's time to go. High above a spot appears, a little blossom blooms and then draws near. And the sun is sinking low. Now the sun has come to earth, shrouded in a mushroom cloud of death. Death comes in a blinding flash of hellish heat and leaves a smear of ash. And the sun has come to earth. Now the sun has disappeared. All is darkness, anger, pain and fear. Twisted, sightless wrecks of men go groping on their knees and crying in pain. And the sun has disappeared. Shrouded in a mushroom cloud of death. That's the nuclear, of course, aspect described visually. I love songs that I can see what's happening in the lyrics, and So that was for you, Kathleen.
Thank you.
There's a song called "You Got to Walk This Lonesome Valley." You like that one as well, Kathleen, don't you?
I do.
And you can sing along and repeat the lines after me if you want to. It's like a gospel-y number that was kept alive by Pete Seeger and Woody Guthrie, of course. And as I'm on the subject of Pete Seeger, where is that book I have? I had a book there, Kathleen. Can you see it?
It's not over there, not here. Oh yeah.
He may be watching. Is Rick watching? Is he? Watching.
I'm not sure.
Anyway, this is a guy that I befriended on Facebook with a few years, and we were very close to each other in Vermont and in the United States, and we never got to meet each other. But if those airways open up again, we'll definitely get to meet Rick. And Rick is a personal friend of Pete Seeger, and he wrote a great book recently, and it's called Banjo Man: Adventures of an American Folk Singer. Rick Pelleri, look him up. Rikpalieri. He's from Polish stock, as they say, back a few generations, and that's the book. I think he's got a new edition coming out as well. So Rick Pelleri, look it up, and that gives a great insight into folk music from another man's perspective. And great read, Rick, and it's small, short paragraphs, good for someone that can be a bit impatient with reading like myself. So you can pick it up and read a paragraph in 10 or 15 minutes and put it back down again, and so forth. So thank you, Rick, for such a great insight into another folk singer's exploits and adventures, and plenty more to come, hopefully, Rick, for you. Okay, I think I'm in the right key. You Gotta Walk This Lonesome Valley. You gotta walk this lonesome valley. You gotta walk it by yourself. Ain't nobody here can walk it for you. You gotta walk it by yourself. Some folks say John was a Baptist, Some folks say he was a Jew, but the Holy Bible tells us that he was a preacher too. Come on, let's hear it. You gotta walk this lonesome valley. You gotta walk it by yourself. Ain't nobody here can walk it for you. You gotta walk it by yourself. Daniel was a Bible hero. He was a prophet, brave and true, in a den of hungry lions. He showed what fate could do for you. You gotta walk this lonesome valley. You gotta walk it by yourself. Ain't nobody here can walk it for you. You gotta walk it by yourself. The road be rough and rocky, and the hills be steep and high. We can sing as we go marching, and we'll win that great big union by and by. All together, you gotta walk that lonesome valley. You gotta You gotta walk it by yourself. Ain't nobody here can walk it for you. You gotta walk it by yourself, as people do. You gotta walk that Lonesome Valley. You gotta walk it by yourself. Ain't nobody here can walk it for you. You gotta walk it by yourself. You gotta walk it by yourself. I'm walking that Lonesome Valley by myself because all I'm singing to is the back of a smartphone, folks. So I'm hoping you're out there and you're helping me sing the song. As Pete will have his audience singing along. And that's what folk music is for folks to sing to and listen to. Yeah. Ian Campbell, Scottish. I was 90% sure I was Scottish, but I didn't want to offend anyone. Okay, that's okay. We've got it verified, Ian Campbell. And I'm going to do another one from Pete's repertoire this time, and it's called If I Had a Hammer. And it's another great song, covered by many, of course. And I'm going to do it on this. I might as well play my 6-string, Kathleen. I haven't played yet this evening.
You haven't actually.
And again, like folk songs and versions I mentioned earlier, the version you're probably more used to is not the version that Pete actually wrote from a melodic point of view, because it was recorded by many people, and probably Pete's was probably the least famous version, but sometimes I go for certain versions, and this one's closer to Pete's original one. If I had a hammer in the morning, I'd hammer in the evening, all over this land. Hammer out danger, hammer out a warning. I'd hammer out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. If I had a bell, I'd ring it in the morning. I'd ring it in the morning, I'd ring it in the evening, all over this land. I'd ring out danger, ring out a warning. I'd ring out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. If I had a song, I'd sing it in the morning, I'd sing it in the morning, sing it in the evening, I'd sing it in the evening, all over this land, all over this land. I sing out danger, sing out a warning. I'd sing out love between my brothers and my sisters, well, I've got a hammer, I've got a bell, and I've got a bell, and I've got a song to sing all over this land. It's the hammer of justice, it's the bell of freedom, it's a song about love between my brothers and my sisters. Come on, it's you. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning, I'd hammer in the morning, I'd hammer in the evening, all over this land. I'd hammer out danger, I'd hammer out a warning, I'd hammer out love between my brothers and my sisters. All over this land. Over this land. File Hammer, and do another request here for our good friends Sheila and Sam over in Rugby, UK. And this is a song written about Luke Kelly, and called the Dublin Minstrel. Hope I can remember maybe up one more. And it's all about Luke and his contribution to our folk heritage, I suppose. From Dublin streets and roads, all through the years, came great musicians and balladeers, but there's a special one, a red-haired minstrel boy, and when he passed away, the city mourned its favourite son. All round the markets and down the quays, the sad news spread through the liberties. Our minstrel boy is gone, he sing no more. Now Luke, somehow we know we'll never see your likes again. He liked to walk and sing, he loved the jar, his songs rang out in many city bars. He liked to walk and sing near where he used to live. Down Raglan Road I'm sad, as he'd so much left to give. All round the markets and down the quays, the sad news spread through the liberties. Our minstrel boy is gone, he'll sing no more. Now Luke, somehow we know we'll never see your likes again. Now the show is over, the curtain's down, the flame no longer burns in old Dublin town. And while the Liffey flows beneath the Halfpenny Bridge, you'll be remembered, Luke, for all your songs and all you did. All round the markets and down the quays, the sad news spread through liberties. Our minstrel boy is gone, he'll sing no more. Now Luke, somehow we know we'll never see your likes again. Now Luke, somehow we know we'll never see your likes again. We'll never see your likes again. That's a very true words, I think.
Sure.
And you'll be remembered, Luke, for all your songs and all you did. Very well put lyrics in that song, as far as I'm concerned. Thank you for asking for that, Sheila and Sam. And also, I know my sister Anne likes that song as well, so we dedicate it to her also. Okay, we'll liven it up a bit, all about a song that Luke brought over years, and it's all about whiskey and women, a very dangerous combination if they're mixed. And it's a great old song called Whiskey in the Jar, and never wears thin. It's one of those songs that lasts forever. As I was going over the far from Kerry Mountains, I met with Captain Farrell and his money he was counting. I first produced me pistol, then produced my rapier, saying stand and deliver, or you are above the sea, where was sharing the back fall the daddy-o, back fall the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. And I counted out his money, and it made a pretty penny. Put it in my pocket, and I took it home to Jenny. She sighed and she swore she never would deceive me, but the devil take the women, for they never can be easy. But she ring them a doo them a da. Back fall the daddy-o, back fall the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Well, I went into my chamber for to take a slumber, then I dreamt of gold and jewels, for sure it was no wonder. Jenny drew my charges and she filled them up with water, sent for Captain Farrell to be ready for the slaughter. But she rang them a doo them a da. Back fall the daddy-o, back fall the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. It was early in the morning before I rose to travel. Up comes a band of footmen, and likewise Captain Farrell. First produced me pistol, she'd stolen away my rapier. I couldn't shoot the water, so a prisoner I was taken. But she ring them a doo them a da. Back fall the daddy-o, back fall the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. And if anyone can aid me, is my brother in the army. If I can find a station in Cork or in Killarney, and if he'll go with me, we'll go roaming in Kilkenny. Sure he'd treat me better than me darling sporting Jenny. But she ring them a doo them a da. Back fall the daddy-o, back fall the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. But some take delight in the hurling and the bowling, others take delight in the carriages rolling, but I take delight in the juice of the barley, pouring pretty fair maids in the morning, bright and dirty. But she ring them a doo them a da. Back fall the daddy-o, back fall the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. But she ring them a doo them a da. Back fall the daddy-o, back fall the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. How are we doing, Kathleen? Have we
All good.
folks from outside of Ireland?
You sure have.
Anyone you would like to mention or
I'm afraid I'll forget someone.
forget someone? Is Gullian from Iceland?
He sure is.
Hi Gully, how you doing, man? And our friends from Netherlands, of course. Very close. Here's a song that Luke Kelly learned from the singing of Pete Seeger as well, and about that great union leader Joe Hill. He was a Phil Strong, and you know the song. Probably most of you, no need to explain. I dreamed I saw Joe Hill last night, alive as you and me. Said I, but Joe said he, I never died, said he. In Salt Lake City, Joe, says I, him standing by my side. Said I, what Joe forgot to kill, went on to organize, went on to organize. The copper bosses, they shot you, Joe, they filled you full of lead. Takes more than guns to kill a man, said Joe, and I ain't dead. Said Joe, and I ain't dead. And standing there as big as life, and smiling with his eyes, said I, what joy forgot to kill, went on to organize, went on to organize. From San Diego up to Maine, in every mine and mill, where working men defend their rights, it's there you'll find Joe Hill. It's there you'll find Joe Hill. I dreamed I saw Joe Hill last night, alive as you and me. Said Joe, I never die. Said Joe, I never died. I think I was over in Salt Lake City there for a while, Captain. And it's great to see how folk songs get moved around, and you know that folk singers had an influence on each other even way back in the 60s, and here am I trying to keep the song alive. And my senility is kicking in, Kathleen, I think. I'm forgetting the words.
You have a lot of them to remember.
Says I, but Joe, you're 10 years dead. I never died, said he. That's what I should have said. It's coming back. Is everyone enjoying themselves? Are you having a good time, folks? I hope you are. And some of this songs, some of these songs are, I'm not saying they're heavy going, but you know, there's a lot of meaning in them, so you have to kind of concentrate. Singing them and concentrate on listening to them as well. Here's a song that Pete Seeger put together, and he took the words from the Bible, or the New Testament, I think, or the Old Testament, I forget. Book of Ecclesiastes. I can't pronounce it even right at this stage. And especially for our friend Alan Jones over there in the UK. And again, this is a song that several people had a hit with, and it came from the Pete Seeger stable. And just to mention, this song was sang at my mother's funeral ceremony by some of the family.
I remember that.
My daughter included. So as we're on the subject, hello Emma and Kevin out there, and great to talk to you today on the cyberspace, and hope everything's going okay for you as well, folks. And also to my niece Marie as well, who participated, and was my sister Anne, Kathleen, was it 3 of them, or was there more? I forget.
I can remember the 2 girls and you.
Anyway. To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And the time for every purpose under heaven. A time to be born, a time A time to plant, a time to reap, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to laugh, a time to weep. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And the time for every purpose under heaven. A time to build up, a time to break down, a time to dance, a time to mourn, a time to cast away stones, a time to gather stones together. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And the time for every purpose under heaven. A time of love, a time of hate, a time of war, a time of peace, a time you may embrace, a time to refrain from embracing. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And the time for every purpose under heaven. A time to gain, a time to lose, a time to rend, a time to sow, a time to love, a time to hate, a time for peace. I swear it's not too late. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time for every purpose under heaven. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And the time for every purpose under heaven. Especially for you, Alan Jones. Hope you liked it. Thank you so much. Thank you, folks. Next song was requested, the Auld Triangle, for Angela Russell over there in Birmingham in UK. And again, you missed the live situation when you could have people singing in harmony and singing together with this old great song. And I see many versions being done, and a cappella and otherwise, and the Punch Brothers did a version. It's great to see all those songs getting into other I'm going to say genres or I suppose nations repertoires and Americana and all that. A hungry feeling came o'er me stealing, and the mice were squealing in my prison cell, and the Auld Triangle went jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal to begin the morning. The screw was bawling, "Get up, you bowsy, and clean up yourself, and the Auld Triangle went jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. The lag lay sleeping, Humpy Gossie was creeping, as I lay there weeping for my gal Sal. And the Auld Triangle went jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal, up in the female prison. There are 75 women, 'tis among them I wished I did dwell. Then the Auld Triangle could go jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal, all along the banks of the Royal Canal. You hear the banjos, Kathleen? It's reverberating through the... Are you deaf yet, Kathleen, in here, no?
Not yet, but you're nice and loud for me.
But folks, I'm going to deviate a small bit from our two folk heroes and sing you a song I wrote about some local folk history. And 28th of January, 100 years ago, the Dripsey Ambush, where we come from, is a place called Dripsey in mid-Cork, mid-County Cork in Ireland. The Dripsey Ambush took place, and the song basically tells a story, but it could have been a success. Only British found out from a well-to-do lady by the name of Mrs. Lindsay, and I simply called it the Dripsey Ambush. And as you say, Kathleen, the song tells its own story. It's just a factual song, but it just happened about 2 miles back the road from us, along with many other ambushes. So the War of Independence, during the War of Independence, and as I mentioned before, Ireland as an independent state officially is very young. It's just 100 years old. On the 28th of January, in the year of 21, the IRA were ready with uniform and gun. 'Twas a bitter Friday morning, just before daylight. Near Godfrey's Cross they gathered and waited for the fight. The British were expected, and the ambush it was planned. An escape route was agreed, and now the wait began. But Mrs. Lindsay knew before and gave the game away. The British, they were well prepared, and now we're on their way. All you who fought in Dripsey on the cold January day, some gave your lives for freedom and others got away. Your deeds will be remembered in our country's history. Your brave and gallant men that helped to set old Ireland free. The local priest had warned them that the British were aware. The IRA did not believe and kept on waiting there. Then they saw the British coming, and they knew it spelt defeat. On the 28th of January in the year of 21, the IRA were ready with uniform and gun. It was a bitter Friday morning, just before daylight. Near Godfrey's Cross they gathered and waited for the fight. The British were expected and the ambush it was planned. An escape route was agreed and now the wait began. But Mrs. Lindsay knew before and gave the game away. The British, they were well prepared and now we're on their way. All you who fought in Dripsey on the cold January day, some gave your lives for freedom and others got away. Your deeds will be remembered in our country's history. You brave and gallant men have helped to set old Ireland free. The local priest had warned them that the British were aware. The IRA did not believe and kept on waiting there. They saw the British coming and they knew it spelt defeat. Then the IRA commander gave the order to retreat. Many managed to escape through local field and glen. 8 IRA were captured and 2 local men. 5 were sentenced for to die by British firing squad on the 28th of February to be sent to meet their God. All you who fought in Dripsey on the cold January day, some gave your lives for freedom and others got away. Your deeds will be remembered in our country's history. You brave and gallant men have helped to set old Ireland free. Now Lindsay, she was captured with her chauffeur Clark, and then were taken hostage upon the mountains dark. But Lindsay's letter was ignored. He shot the sentenced men. In Cork jail they were laid to rest. We won't see their likes again. Now Lindsay and her chauffeur Clark were destined for to die. The IRA, they killed them into a common grave to lie. Her body, it was disinterred and never was returned. On the night after they both were killed, her Leamount house was burned. All you who fought in Dripsey on the cold January day, some gave your lives for freedom and others got away. Your deeds will be remembered in our country's history. Your brave and gallant men have helped to set old Ireland free. Your brave and gallant men have helped to set old Ireland free. Thank you, folks. That was a little deviation there. I hope you didn't mind that. A bit of a glitch there. The phone decided to try and update in the middle of the stream. So the joys of technology. Forgive us for that little hiccup. We're back, I think, Kathleen, yeah?
We're back.
We get all our folks back, yeah?
Not all of them, no. Hopefully they'll come in again.
Okay, dokie. I'm going to do the next song for Heather Reid. She asked me to sing it. It's a pretty sensitive song, written by Phil Coulter once again, and synonymous with the singing of Luke Kelly. called Scorn Not His Simplicity. See the child with the golden hair, but eyes that show the emptiness inside. Do we know? Can we understand just how he feels, or have we really tried? See him now as he stands alone and watches children play at children's games. Simple child, he looks almost like the others, yet they know he's not the same. Scorn not his simplicity, but rather try to love him all the more. Scorn not his simplicity, oh no. See him now as he stands alone and watches children play at children's games. Simple child, he looks almost like the others, yet they know he's not the same. Scorn not his simplicity, but rather now to love you all the more. Scorn not his simplicity, oh no, oh no. Only he knows how to face the future, hopefully surrounded by despair. He won't ask for your pity or your sympathy, but surely you should care. Scorn not his simplicity, but rather try to love him all the more. Scorn not his simplicity, oh no, oh no, oh no. Thank you, folks. Hand Me Down My Bible was requested here as well. It's written by Phil Coulter as well, and maybe Bill Martin, I forget. And it was a hit single for the Dubliners back in the early 70s. I remember it as a single, as a matter of fact. Hand Me Down My Bible. Are we doing, Kathleen?
All good.
The phone
I'm
is
afraid it's
important.
going. I'm
Keep watching that
afraid.
more than the other
I
one,
am
so.
too. I'm afraid it's going to go off.
Yeah, isn't that one? It's,
I know.
Oh, oh, glory, oh, how I'm the Lord's disciple. Oh, oh, glory, oh, hand me down my Bible. I like my liquor and my save my soul. My salvation was a turn of the card. My heart's as black as coal. But everybody's got the right to go wrong. Everybody's got to sing my song. Everybody's got the right to go wrong. Sing my song, sing my song. Oh, glory, oh, how I'm the Lord's disciple. Oh, glory, oh, how hand me down my Bible. I don't give a damn for any man, 'cause all the world can see time has come to make a stand. Won't you shine your light on me? Come on people, let your life begin. Come on now, let the sun shine in. Come on people, let your life begin. Let it in, let it in. Oh, glory, oh, now I'm the Lord's disciple. Oh, glory, oh, hand me down my Bible. Let's go again. Oh, glory, oh, now I'm the Lord's disciple. Oh, glory, oh, hand me down my Bible. There you go. Well, as I mentioned, I had the privilege of meeting Pete Seeger back in 2009, and treasure this photograph. My son Ricky was with me, and he took the photograph. Great photograph, a treasure forever. And also I had the privilege of meeting Luke Kelly back in 1981, and playing his banjo in the bar in the backstage of the Opera House in Cork. And that pencil drawing over there is done by my great friend Brian Roebuck over there in Salford, UK. And hello to Brian and Pauline, Owen, Luke and all the crew over there, and hope life is treating you good. And anything else to do? Well, that's a signed photograph that Pete sent us back in 2009, family, wishing us well through, that was in August, and I met him in July. So it's great to have had, you know, as I said today when someone commented on it's great to have a piece of their DNA here, and that's it. And okay, so in the next round to Virginia Tiger out there in the West Coast, and I'll do This Land Is Your Land. And America has got a new president for another 4 years, and hopefully things will go according to plan, and everything will work out. Written by the great Woody Guthrie, of course. As I was walking this river of highway, I saw above me an endless skyway. I saw below me the Golden Valley. This land was made for you and me. All together. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. I roamed and rambled, followed my footsteps to the sparkling sands of your diamond deserts, and all around sun comes shining as I was strolling, the wheat fields waving, the dust clouds rolling, the fog was lifting, and a voice came chanting, this land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I went walking, I saw a sign there, and on that sign said, no trespassing, and on the other side, it didn't say nothing. Now that side was made for you and me. All together. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land is made for you and me. One more time. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. This land was made for you and me. Especially for Virginia. I hope you enjoyed that, Virginia. Just to remind you folks, we're coming towards the close of the evening, and as you all know, February 14th is Valentine's Day. I think the stream is on the 13th, I think.
I think it's Saturday 13th, I think
Yeah.
it is, yeah.
So we're going to be doing an entire love songs episode, and I'll try and get a list of songs on in the week after next, early in the week, so you can, if you want to choose one of the love songs listed as a request, you can do so as soon as you can. And you know, I get through about 18 to 20 songs max through each episode, so if you're not in early, we might have to disappoint you. So the sooner you get in, the better. Now, the next song was reputedly the last one that Luke sang in public, and a song that was dear to his heart, called the Night Visiting Song. And I send this out to Eileen O'Mahony down there in Doris, and also to my brother-in-law Johnny Sheehan, whose birthday was yesterday. And Johnny, this is for you as well, so happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Johnny, happy birthday to you. I must away now, I can no longer tarry. This morning's tempest I have to cross. I must be guided without a stumble into the arms I love most. And when he came to sat down gently upon a stone, and through her window he's whispered lowly, is my true lover within the home. Wake up, love, it is thine own true lover. Wake up, love, and let me in, for I am tired, love, and oh so weary, and more than dear drenched to the skin. She's raised her off her down soft pillow. She's raised her off and she's let him in, and they were locked in each other's arms until that long night was past and done. And when that long night was past and over, and when the small clouds began to grow, he's taken her hand and they've kissed and parted. He saddled and he mounted and away they go. I must away now, I can no longer tarry. This morning's tempest I have to cross. I must be guided without a stumble into the arms I love the most. Thank you so much, folks. It's time for us to leave you and love you this evening. Hope you enjoyed the songs of Luke Kelly and Pete Seeger, two of the great folk heroes of mine and of many, and left us a great legacy, of course, and of songs that we all love to sing. And we're going to leave you with the anthem that we've been singing since COVID began practically, and send this one out to Dave Sheehan out there in Kildare and his lovely family. Dave was the man who suggested the song to me originally, and a very apt song for the lockdown and the COVID and pandemic. Hopefully the bloody thing is going to go away soon, but we're going to probably wishful thinking, but we'll have to try and stick with it, folks, and stay safe and wash our hands and look after each other. So God willing, we'll be back again next Saturday with a general stream, and it's great to have you on board, folks. And all you, anyone else I need to mention before I leave, Kathleen?
I think so.
All happy out there, folks?
Seem to be, no? No complaints yet.
Thank you so much for coming along and listening to my music. I appreciate it. And the Dripsey Ambush, as I said 2 days ago, was the 100th anniversary, and all you local folks in Cork and Dripsey and all around the local locality, the single CD is still for sale on you'll find references on Facebook and Bandcamp, Pat Kelleher. Just Google Dripsey Ambush and Pat Kelleher. And don't forget to ask local radio stations to play it, particularly tomorrow. There's a good few Irish shows tomorrow. If you'd like to hear a song on the airwaves, you might request it. I would appreciate it. And thanks for supporting live music, even though it's streamed. I hope it's the next best thing we can get to reality, and when the whole thing subsides, we'll get back and celebrate in person somewhere. And I hope you enjoyed the tribute to both, as I said, the folk heroes this evening. We owe them a lot, and they never will be forgotten because of the great legacy of songs left behind. And also a big shout out to my long neck banjo peers out there. And I know we're a little minority group, but we share each other's notes on the banjos and the playing, and Luke's and Pete's and Tommy Macon's playing and all that kind of stuff. And so thanks again, folks, for listening. See you next week from Kathleen and me. Slán to Kelleher. Look after yourselves, wash your hands, do all the right things, wear your mask. When we look and we see things are not what they should be, God's counting on me, God's counting on you. When we look and we see things are not what they should be, God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Hoping we'll all pull true, hoping we'll all pull true, hoping we'll all pull true, me and you. It's time to turn things around, trickle up, not trickle down. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. It's time to turn things around, trickle up, not trickle down. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Hoping we'll all pull true, hoping we'll all pull true, hoping we'll all pull true, me and you. When there's big problems to be solved, let's get everyone involved. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. When there's big problems to be solved, let's get everyone involved. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Hoping we'll all pull true, hoping we'll all pull true, hoping we'll all pull true, me and you. Now don't give up, don't give in, working together we all can win. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give in, working together we all can win. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Let's go. Hoping we'll all pull true, hoping we'll all pull true, hoping we'll all pull true, me and you. What we do now, you and me, will affect eternity. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. What we do now, you and me, will affect eternity. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Hoping we'll all pull true, hoping we'll all pull true, hoping we'll all pull true, me and you. Now when we sing with younger folks, we can never give up hope. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Now when we sing with younger folks, we can never give up hope. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Hoping we'll all pull true, hoping we'll all pull true, hoping we'll all pull true, me and you. Go again. Hoping we'll all pull true, hoping we'll all pull true, hoping we'll all pull true, me and you. That song was written by Pete Seeger and Laurie Watt, or Wyatt, not sure of the pronunciation. And just to mention, Pete's stepsister or sister, Pete's Peggy Seeger, she's a new album coming out in April, and there's a single out already called The Invisible Woman, and she's in great form. Her voice is an excellent fettle with her two sons, and look her up because she's one of the last of those generations of folkies, and at 85 she seems to be in great health, and like her brother, they have good health genes, I think. And so as I say, April is the release of her album, so look that up. In the meantime, folks, thank you again, and see you next Saturday from me and Kathleen. Thanks for looking in.